Do your legs feel like they've betrayed you lately? You used to walk without thinking, climb stairs without effort, get up from a chair without pausing. Now, every step feels heavier. Getting up feels like a battle. Maybe you grip the railing tighter than before. Maybe you avoid long walks. You tell yourself, I'm just getting old. But deep down, you wonder, is this how it ends? Slowly losing strength until I need help for everything? I'm Dr. Walter Harrison. I'm 91 years old, and I'm here to tell you something that nearly every senior over 75 has never heard, but desperately needs to. What if I told you that your muscles aren't disappearing because of the day, but because of what happens at night? Shocking new research from Harvard and Japan's Longevity Institute has revealed that your body doesn't just rest while you sleep. It's either rebuilding or breaking down. And if you go to bed without the right nutrients, your body won't heal. It will consume its own muscles to survive the night. But there's hope. Scientists have now discovered a handful of powerful natural foods that, when eaten before bed, can flip the switch, turning nighttime into your greatest weapon to rebuild strength. These aren't pills, workouts, or expensive supplements, just real, simple foods. In this video, I'm going to show you one specific food you can eat tonight that's been proven to reverse leg weakness and trigger overnight muscle regeneration, even if you're over 80. Watch to the end, because I'll also share a surprising tip that shocked even experienced doctors, and it could change your health more than anything you've tried before. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. What you'll learn today could be the turning point you've been praying for. For decades, I believed, like most doctors, muscle loss in older adults happens slowly over time, and it's just natural. We told patients to exercise more, eat more protein, maybe take a supplement, but what if I told you we were wrong? You see, most people, even doctors, think muscle breaks down during the day, but new science says the real destruction happens quietly at night, while you sleep. Let me explain. At night, your body enters a powerful repair phase. That's when human growth hormone, HGH, is released, your body's master signal to rebuild, restore, and heal. But here's the problem. After 75, your body can't access that healing mode properly unless it has the right nutrients in your system right before sleep. Without those nutrients, your body panics. It's still working, but instead of rebuilding, it starts breaking down your own muscles for energy, especially the ones you use least, like your legs. That's why you wake up stiff. That's why stairs feel harder. That's why your legs feel like they've aged 10 years overnight. And no one tells you this. Not your doctor, not your physical therapist. But it's the missing piece that explains why even active seniors lose strength year after year, not because of aging, but because of what's missing at night. But now, with new clinical studies, we finally understand how to fix it, not with pills or expensive powders, but with real food, timed precisely before bed to feed your body what it needs during its repair cycle. Coming up next, I'll share the exact food I give my own patients, one that's been shown to reduce muscle breakdown and even help older adults climb stairs again without needing support. And stay with me, because food number 2 in this list shocked even me. It's something I never expected to recommend. 5. Black garlic, the sweet clove that rebuilds your legs while you sleep. Let me ask you something. Have you ever woken up feeling even weaker than when you went to bed? You thought sleep would help. You expected to feel rested, stronger, maybe just a little more capable of climbing stairs or getting up without help. But instead, the stiffness is worse. The legs feel heavier. And you whisper to yourself, what's happening to me? I know that feeling. I've seen it in patients. I've felt it myself. And for years, I thought the same thing you probably think now. It's just age. But then I came across something extraordinary. A simple food, so gentle, so sweet, that when eaten just before bed, doesn't just stop muscle loss. It actually reverses it while you sleep. It's called black garlic. Not the regular white garlic sitting in your kitchen. No, black garlic is what happens when fresh garlic is slowly fermented for 30-45 days in a warm, humid environment. No mold, no chemicals, just time and temperature. During that process, the garlic turns soft, black, and sweet, but more importantly, it becomes medicinal. It forms a compound called S-allylcysteine, a powerful agent that boosts muscle protein synthesis by 34%, according to a recent study from SU National University. But here's the part that matters most for you and me. This compound works best during sleep, when your body is naturally trying to rebuild muscle. But as we age, that rebuilding process slows unless we give the body exactly what it needs, right before bed. Most foods are too heavy, too harsh, or take too long to digest at night. But black garlic is different. Its sugars are caramelized. The harsh sulfur compounds are gone. What's left is a soft, chewy clove that's rich in bioavailable nutrients, meaning your body can absorb it quickly, even during the slower metabolic pace of sleep. Here's how you use it. About 30 minutes before bed, take 2 to 3 cloves of black garlic. Chew them slowly. Let them sit in your mouth. That activates the enzymes. It's sweet, like a mix of balsamic vinegar and dried fig. That's it. No cooking, no pills, just chew, swallow, and sleep. The results? In clinical trials, older adults who did this nightly not only increased muscle mass, but also improved leg strength, balance, and walking confidence. Some even reported they could climb stairs again without needing the rail. Why? Because black garlic also reduces inflammation, especially the kind that silently destroys muscle cells during the night. It acts like a night watchman, guarding your muscles while you rest. And get this, it contains natural melatonin, the sleep hormone. That means you fall asleep faster and spend more time in deep restorative sleep, the exact time your body rebuilds. You can find black garlic at Asian markets, online, or in some health food stores. Yes, it costs more than regular garlic, about 10 times more. But when you only need 2 cloves a night, 1 jar lasts weeks. Please don't try to make it at home in a rice cooker. The commercial process is precise. It requires specific heat and humidity to produce the medicinal compounds. So if your legs feel weaker each morning, if you're afraid of falling, of losing independence, this tiny black clove might be the quiet miracle you've been missing. Start tonight, just 2 cloves. Let your body do the rest. 4. Sea buckthorn berries, the bright orange fruit that keeps you on your feet. I didn't fall, my legs just gave out. That's what one of my patients told me after her 3rd fall in 6 months. She was 84, sharp as ever, still cooking her own meals, but her legs were slipping away from her. It wasn't pain, she said. It was like they weren't mine anymore. And that phrase stuck with me, because that's exactly what muscle loss feels like in old age. It's not always painful, it's quiet, gradual, almost invisible, until one day you stand up and they don't hold you. But in some of the coldest, harshest places on Earth, people grow old without losing their legs. In Mongolia, in Siberia, along the Himalayan highlands. Their secret? A tiny orange berry called sea buckthorn. Now, I know you may not have heard of this fruit. It's not sold in most grocery stores, but it may be one of the most powerful muscle-protecting foods ever discovered. Here's why. These berries contain the highest concentration of leucine of any plant-based food. Leucine is the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis, especially in older adults. But that's just the start. Sea buckthorn is also one of the only foods on Earth that contains all 4 omega fatty acids, omega-3, 6, 7, and 9, in the exact ratios needed by aging muscle tissue. That omega-7, called palmitoleic acid, is incredibly rare and vital. It increases your muscle's sensitivity to protein by as much as 60%. That means the food you eat finally gets used to rebuild tissue instead of being wasted. These berries also contain a unique form of vitamin C bound to bioflavonoids. That keeps the antioxidant power active in your system for hours, protecting muscle fibers during your entire sleep cycle. And that's not theory, it's science. Russian cosmonauts were fed sea buckthorn to prevent muscle wasting in space, where astronauts lose muscle 5 times faster than on Earth. If it can protect a body floating in zero gravity, imagine what it can do for your legs on Earth. Here's how to use it. About 45 minutes before bed, eat 2 tablespoons of frozen sea buckthorn berries. Let them thaw slowly in your mouth. This releases their oils and preserves the nutrients. If you can't find the berries, 1 teaspoon of sea buckthorn oil is a great alternative. Just make sure it's cold-pressed and organic. The taste? It's tart. A bit like passion fruit mixed with orange peel. Some say it's too strong at first, but the sourness is actually part of the medicine. It stimulates digestion and helps your body absorb the nutrients deeply. You only need a small amount. These berries are concentrated medicine, not snack food. You can find them online or at Eastern European or specialty health food stores. Yes, they're pricey, $30, $40 per pound frozen, but 1 bag can last a full month. People in Mongolia and Siberia have eaten these berries for over 1,000 years, not for flavor, but for survival. They didn't grow weak in the cold. They didn't give up their legs. And now neither do you. If you've been losing strength, struggling with balance, or afraid your legs are aging too fast, don't wait. Start with sea buckthorn tonight. Tiny berries, big difference. 3 Sasha Inchi seeds, the Amazon nut that feeds your muscles for 9 hours. I once had a patient named Richard, 78 years old, still drove himself to the clinic, still cooked for his wife. But one day he came in and quietly said, "Doc, I feel like I'm shrinking." He wasn't talking about height, he was talking about strength. "My arms, my legs, they just don't have power anymore." And he was right. His muscle mass had dropped by over 15% in just 2 years. And yet, his blood work was normal. He wasn't sick, he exercised, he ate well. But like millions of seniors, he was missing something essential. Not more pills, not more protein shakes, but a specific type of food that feeds muscles slowly, gently, and effectively while you sleep. That food? Sasha Inchi seeds, sometimes called the Incan peanut. These star-shaped seeds come from the Amazon rainforest, and they've been used for over 3,000 years by indigenous tribes to keep elders strong and active well into old age. What makes them so powerful? First, they contain the highest plant-based concentration of tryptophan, the amino acid your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, which regulate your sleep and muscle repair cycles. Second, Sasha Inchi seeds are made of 48% complete protein by weight, with an amino acid profile nearly identical to human muscle tissue. That means your body can actually use it without waste, without strain. Third, they're incredibly rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that your body converts to EPA and DHA, the same healing fats found in salmon. 1 handful gives you more omega-3s than fish, without the fishy taste or the heavy stomach. But here's the hidden gem. Sasha Inchi also contains phytosterols, natural plant compounds that stimulate testosterone production during sleep, even in older adults. Now I know testosterone sounds like a young man's hormone, but it's not. It's essential for both men and women over 70 to maintain muscle, balance, and even mood. Even a small boost in natural testosterone can dramatically increase muscle protein synthesis without needing any hormone therapy. Here's how to use them. About 30 to 40 minutes before bed, eat 1 ounce of roasted Sasha Inchi seeds. That's about a small handful. Chew them well. Their roasted shell is crunchy, and the inside tastes like a mix of peanuts and fresh peas with a touch of earthiness. Don't eat them raw. Raw seeds contain compounds that block protein absorption, but roasting removes those and makes the nutrients fully available. Sasha Inchi doesn't just give you nutrients fast, it feeds your muscles slowly over 9 hours. That's longer than any other bedtime food. Research from Colombia shows that older adults who consumed Sasha Inchi seeds every night for 90 days gained an average of 2.3 pounds of lean muscle, with no change in exercise. Many also lost belly fat and improved their walking speed. You can find Sasha Inchi seeds at health food stores or online. Look for organic roasted seeds and avoid the flavored ones loaded with salt or sugar. A 1-pound bag lasts about a month. So if you're losing strength, shrinking silently like Richard once did, give your body this ancient secret from the rainforest. Sleep doesn't have to be when you lose muscle. With Sacha Inchi, it's when you rebuild it. 2. Moringa leaves, the miracle tree, that reawakens muscle memory while you sleep. A patient once told me, "Doctor, I feel like my muscles are forgetting how to work." He wasn't exaggerating. After age 75, something strange happens. Your muscles don't just weaken, they forget. This is called anabolic resistance. It means your body no longer responds to protein the way it used to. You eat, but your muscles don't grow. You sleep, but you don't recover. And unless you fix that, your legs will continue to fade no matter how well you eat or how much you move. But there's a way to restart that memory, a way to flip the muscle-building switch back on. It comes from one of the oldest healing plants on Earth, moringa leaves. Known as the miracle tree in Africa and Asia, moringa has been used for centuries to nourish the sick, the elderly, and even nursing mothers. But modern science has finally caught up. Moringa leaves contain all 9 essential amino acids, including high levels of leucine, the trigger amino acid that tells your muscles, now it's time to grow. More importantly, moringa contains 100 times more muscle-activating isothiocyanates than even broccoli or kale. These compounds go deep into your cells and turn on genes linked to muscle regeneration. That's not theory, that's epigenetics, and it works. Moringa also holds a secret for your sleep. It contains natural magnesium and calcium in a 2.1 ratio, which helps your muscles relax properly at night, preventing cramping, twitching, or that restless leg feeling that steals deep sleep. It's also rich in chlorophyll, which boosts oxygen delivery to your muscle cells while you sleep, ensuring that every cell wakes up refreshed and fed. How to use it? If you can find them, eat 1 cup of fresh moringa leaves about 45 minutes before bed. You can eat them raw in a salad or lightly steam them for 2 minutes, no more, to soften the leaves while preserving the heat-sensitive nutrients. The taste is slightly peppery like arugula with a nutty, earthy note. If bitter, that's a good sign. Those are the active compounds doing their job. If fresh leaves aren't available near you, moringa powder is a good backup. Mix 2 teaspoons of organic moringa powder in warm water or non-dairy milk before bed. Just know, the fresh form is up to 3 times more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs and uses it far more efficiently. Timing matters. If you take moringa too close to bedtime, its natural B vitamins might give you a burst of energy. So aim for at least 45 minutes before sleep. Studies from the Philippines show that seniors who took moringa daily had 35% less muscle loss over 5 years, and many regained energy and leg strength within weeks. You can find fresh moringa at African, Indian, or Filipino markets, or grow your own in a sunny window. It's fast-growing, even in pots. This isn't a supplement. It's a living, breathing plant that speaks the same language as your body. And if your muscles have been quiet for too long, moringa helps them remember what they were made for. 1 quail eggs, the tiny nighttime superfood that rebuilds muscles, faster than anything else. Let me ask you a strange question. Have you ever eaten something so small? It changed your entire body overnight? I didn't believe it either, not at first. A few years ago, a Japanese colleague of mine, a geriatric doctor in Kyoto, told me about a bedtime ritual his 96-year-old patients followed religiously. Every night before bed, they ate 5 tiny eggs, not chicken eggs, not supplements. Quail eggs. Why quail, I asked. He smiled and said, because they still want to walk when they're 100. That got my attention, so I dug into the research, and what I found truly shocked me. Quail eggs, though no bigger than a grape, contain a unique protein called ovomucoid, not found in chicken eggs, that's been shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by 73% when consumed before sleep. That number stopped me cold. But the surprises didn't stop there. These tiny eggs are also the richest known food source of vitamin B12, crucial for nerve and muscle function. And most people over 75 are severely deficient, without knowing it. They're also packed with insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, a natural hormone that tells your body to build, not break down. And unlike chicken eggs, the cholesterol in quail eggs is mostly HDL phospholipids, the good cholesterol, which your body can use to make testosterone and growth hormone during sleep. In fact, studies in France found that elderly nursing home residents who ate 5 to 6 quail eggs before bed for 6 months saw dramatic improvements, not just in muscle mass, but also grip strength, walking speed, and even mental clarity. How to use them. Eat 5 to 6 quail eggs about 20 minutes before bed. The best method is to soft boil them for exactly 2.5 minutes, so the whites are just set but the yolks stay runny. The yolk holds the heat-sensitive IGF-1 and B12. To peel them easily, roll each egg gently on the counter, then peel under running water. The taste is richer than chicken eggs, buttery, slightly sweet, and because they're small, even those with chewing or swallowing issues can eat them whole. If you've worried about eggs at night, don't. Quail eggs are easier to digest and far less likely to cause reflux or bloating. You can find them at Asian groceries, health food stores, or farmers markets, usually $4 to $6 per dozen. That's about 2 nights' worth. And remember, timing is everything. Eat them too early, and you miss the deep sleep repair window. Eat them too late, and digestion might interfere with sleep. But eaten at the right moment, these tiny eggs unlock the most powerful muscle recovery process I've seen in over 60 years of medical practice. It's no wonder Japanese centenarians swear by them. If you've lost hope, if your legs feel like they've left you behind, maybe it's time to look not at bigger pills or heavier workouts, but at the smallest egg in the basket. Now that you know the 5 most powerful foods for rebuilding muscle after 75, the next step is simple. How do you turn this knowledge into a habit, something you can actually do every night? The key is not complexity, it's consistency. You don't need to eat all 5 foods every night. In fact, you'll see better results by rotating them throughout the week, allowing your body to receive different nutrients and healing compounds without overwhelming your digestion. Think of it like feeding your muscles a different tool each night. One food might reduce inflammation, another boosts protein absorption, another strengthens nerve muscle communication. Together, over time, they create a powerful healing rhythm. Here's how it looks in real life. Choose one of the 5 foods each evening. Eat it about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, when your body is naturally preparing to enter deep sleep. The window when muscle repair, growth hormone, and recovery peak. For example, on Monday, you might start with black garlic, 2 or 3 soft, sweet cloves chewed slowly, helping reduce nighttime inflammation and ease you into restorative sleep. Tuesday, you rotate to sea buckthorn berries, 2 tablespoons of the tart, frozen fruit, or a teaspoon of its oil, helping your muscles absorb protein and stay protected all night. Wednesday could be Sacha Inchi seeds, a small handful of roasted seeds, chewed thoroughly. Their powerful combination of plant-based protein and omega-3s will slowly feed your muscles over a 9-hour window. On Thursday, give your body moringa, 1 cup of lightly steamed fresh leaves, or 2 teaspoons of powder stirred into warm water. It's a natural source of muscle-triggering amino acids and minerals to restore lost strength. Friday is the night for quail eggs. 5 or 6 soft-boiled eggs consumed 20 minutes before bed can trigger a muscle-building response stronger than any other food, thanks to their unique protein and IGF-1. Over the weekend, you simply repeat the ones that worked best for you. Some people return to Sacha Inchi for sustained nighttime nourishment. Others love the deep calm and muscle softness they feel after another dose of sea buckthorn. The point is not perfection, it's rhythm. Just like brushing your teeth, this becomes a 5-minute act of self-respect each night. Give your body what it needs. Let sleep do the rest. Because it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right thing at the right time. And that time, my friend, is tonight. Let me leave you with this. You don't need to accept weakness as your new normal. You don't have to keep shrinking in silence. You don't have to wake up every morning feeling like your body belongs to someone else. Someone older, someone slower, someone defeated. Because here's the truth, your body is still listening. Even after 75, even after a hip surgery, Even if you haven't exercised in years, your muscles still respond. Your cells still rebuild. But they need your help. And they need it at the one moment you've been ignoring, right before bed. That's why I made this video, not to scare you, not to sell you, but to remind you, as your doctor, your friend, your fellow traveler in these older years, that strength is still possible. So here's what I want you to do. Tonight, choose just one of the 5 foods. You don't need to change your whole life, you just need 5 minutes. 5 minutes to slice a clove of black garlic. 5 minutes to boil 6 tiny quail eggs. 5 minutes to mix moringa in warm water. That's it. Then let your body do what it's been waiting to do for years. Heal itself. If this message spoke to you, if you felt like I was describing your story, then please like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to this channel. Not for me, for you. Because I'll be sharing more real science-backed ways to restore your health, methods no one is telling you about. And your story might be the one that inspires someone else, somewhere in the world, to take their first step towards strength again. You gave your whole life to others. Now it's time to give your body 5 minutes. 5 minutes a night. That's all it takes to rise again.